Hi there, and welcome to Honeybee Tarot. My name is Melissa. For Cards and Coffee, right now we are dialoguing with the Major Arcana of the Tarot. I'm really kind of feeling my way through how these dialogues should be, how much I should really talk before I pull the cards about each trump, each major. I just truly am feeling my way through it. So I appreciate any feedback that you have, as well as any grace that you give me for the awkwardness as I've moved from dialoguing with parts of self into this. But I am trusting. I've taken the fool's leap and have decided, okay, well, I'm going to attempt it. And be in my own creative flow, as awkward as that might be. So I hope that I'm kind of getting smoother as we move along. With that said, anything else that you need to know about these readings or Cards and Coffee is in the description box below. I am also choosing one journaling question from this little book, which is wonderful, Journaling the Tarot, a little book of big questions from Andy Matzner. And for instance, we have the Empress. You can see how many different journal prompts he has listed in there. So I'm just going to choose one. And maybe I'll choose, I didn't choose something, in advance. So maybe I'll wait and see what comes up in the dialogue. Kind of tried that today. Okay. Anything else you need to know is going to be in the description box. Okay, so we're going to look at first two questions, which are, in which ways are we using the Empress energy collectively in the highest manifestation? The second question is, in which ways are we using the Empress energy collectively in the more shadow manifestation? Okay. So, in which ways are we using Empress energy in the highest form? Okay. Oh. Page of Matches. Interesting. With Page of Needles at the bottom of the deck. This is the 5-cent tarot, by the way. So let me show you the Empress. Okay. So the Empress is sort of like the Queen of the Queens. She's a goddess as well, I think. She is creative. She's very sensual. She's in her flow. She experiences life fully and completely through her senses. And she creates. It's kind of like she takes the magician, masculine, assertive energy. See her wand here? It almost to me looks like a little sun on top of there. She takes that energy along with the feminine energy of the High Priestess, and she joins them in being a human, with experiences, but also understanding her role, her space under the cosmos. So her position in the order and flow of life. So we have, she's in this real natural surrounding. The water is flowing freely. Even her gown is full of the pomegranates, or, you know, full of, it's printed full of with the pomegranates, you know, symbol of fertility. She's leaning back on this ultra luxe, you know, I imagine it's velvet, you know, luxe pillow that's orange. So we're looking at the sacral chakra, right? So partnership and sexuality and creativity. She's got this stone here with the sign of Venus. Her crown is made up of, it's 12 stars, and each star is 6-pointed. So the 6-pointed star is a triangle, you know, pointing upward, right, for fire and or spirit. And the downward spiral could be water or earth. My understanding is this is water. But for me, it's, again, she's kind of like bringing the two energies, the feminine and the masculine, together. Her crown with the 12 stars representing the 12 zodiac signs, and her necklace is said to have 9 pearls representing the 9 planets. Okay, so there's order in the cosmos, and she understands her part of that. So she's a creative being, right? And she just doesn't sort of question that, right? Okay, so on the page of matches, the words that we have on this card is initiative, discovery, exploration. Bottom of the deck, ambition, restlessness, initiative. So for me, it's like she, in terms of having this dialogue, what I hear her saying is that she, once again, if she feels it, if she is filled with the spark of inspiration, she understands that she has everything that she needs, and she has almost a I don't know if I want to say responsibility, but I kind of want to say, it's kind of the word that I'm thinking of, the only word I can think of to say this, to act on it and to create based on that inspiration, and taking the initiative to be a creator, because she's appreciative of all that she has, of all the bounty around her, of all the abundance, of all that she has been gifted. While she may love the luxe life, there's nothing wrong with it. Why wouldn't you? You know, we don't have to be an ascetic. Like, why wouldn't you appreciate everything that you can feel and see and taste and smell? Like, what a gift. But at the same time, as a creator, it's like, wow, look at this thing that I have here before me. What could I do? Maybe even not only for myself, but for, you know, for my community, for my children, you know, it's Mother Earth, right? How do I express the beauty? I mean, because we're talking about Venus. How do I express the beauty of life through me and through the power of and the gift of being a human being, understanding that I'm I'm in the flow now. And I have the ability, the right, the responsibility to manifest as a human embodiment, right, of something more. And yeah, I don't think I have to say too much more. The Page of Needles is, you know, someone who studies, who also who is a student, but can also be initially a who can be also someone who is initially communicating something maybe new, or has new wisdom, gift, idea, insight to impart, but it's like kind of like brand new. So I feel like she's always in the process of birthing something, and she appreciates that. She's grateful for that. Okay. So how about in the shadow? What is the shadow expression? The shadow expression. You know, humanity, we are in a flow all the time, right? Oops, we are growing as a collective, and we do have responsibilities to continue to grow, to learn, to teach, not to stagnate. I mean, can you imagine that beautiful flowing river creating one thing and stopping there and not exploring anymore and not taking initiative and not appreciating and taking care of the collective by taking new knowledge, new inspiration, and doing something with it? Like, okay. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting, in the shadow, we got the sun. We got the sun, and then we got the Four of Matches at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, with the Four of Matches, right, we see the words on here are celebration, achievement, harmony. In reverse, we have leaving home, inhibition, and uncertainty. For me, the Four of Wands is about joy and stability. We've been working on something, we've been working on something, we've been working on something, we've achieved it, right? And we have this sense of, yay, I did it, celebration. It's what I've been working towards, but it's like at a 4. There's more to do. Nothing wrong, like I said. Can you imagine humanity reaching a certain level and then just kind of leaning back? Not that we don't deserve and are worthy of lounging and, you know, being in the flow. And today I'm feeling like I just want to, you know, have a spa day or go hang out at a lake. But if that's all we ever did, like, no. That's not in the creator energy. It's appropriate to rest, to celebrate, but there's more, right? Okay, so the card, the sun. In the sun, we have the words in this deck: happiness, authenticity, optimism. In reverse, we would have, or on the shadow side, we would have pessimism, mania, and discontent, right? So on the shadow side, yes, she could become very diva-esque, right? It's all about me. She could become she could almost become femme fatale, maybe very ungrateful, maybe very entitled, maybe potentially did I say ungrateful? So there's a word, the word here is with the sun is discontented. And what I'm thinking of right now are people who, as an example, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but people who go into retirement really early or early, and you know, this is something they've been working really hard to do, to achieve. They get there, they retire, they fly off to, I don't know, their retirement home, and they're still in a very young age, right? They're still at a very young, productive, active, mobile, creative age where everything is still working well, right? And understandably so, they would want to go enjoy the fruits of their labor and have fun and, you know, have drinks delivered by the cabana boy and golf every day and, you know, sail around the world. I mean, whatever. But at some point, we hear about this, you know, it starts to become boring and pointless and meaningless, and there becomes this like inner gnawing, like I'm not done yet. I've got to figure something else out. This is not enough because I'm a creative being. No one's saying that necessarily, but you know, what do I do with all this energy? Then the energy does have to be deployed, or we'll go crazy, right? Like I was just listening to an astrologer today who was saying, I think coming up for the new moon in Aries, there can be a lot of energy around us that's wanting us to create, go, move. It's very concentrated. So this is around like the 11th of April. And if we're not able to do that, we may have the sense that we just have to like go for a run or, you know, do something physically active because that energy has to get discharged. And I know for me personally, I go through that every spring, particularly in March. And I feel like I want to pull my skin off and I have to exercise, I have to get out. And then I get frustrated because I go out and I'm a wuss. I don't like the cold, and I consider cold anything below 70. So, totally outing myself. But I don't, and I don't like the wind. And so I just get all like, flustered because I can't, the energy that's in me, it becomes, I'm choosing to stifle it in some ways. So I think that's what we are seeing and looking at here. All right, moving on. We're going to look at this based on these two cards coming out. So taking initiative versus discontent. Okay. lots of good questions here. I'm just not sure which one would be most appropriate. Let's look at this one. It's got 3 parts. How can you honor your creative side? Secondly, your sensual side. And third, your sexuality. I like that. Okay, how can you honor your creative side? Okay, so some of you may be watching this just, for curiosity and dialoguing with the Empress. And you can dialogue, if you have your own deck, use these questions if you want, or purchase this book, get some more prompts, working with the Empress here. And some of you might be listening to this as a reading or a message from Spirit to you. Okay, so what did we say? How can you honor your creative side? Okay. How can we honor our creative side, Empress? The Empress energy. How can we honor creative side? The collective. Anyone watching? Can we honor the creative side? How do we honor the creative side? Okay, well, we got her yesterday. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck and 3 of Wands. Okay, so we're connecting with our intuition. We're understanding the balance, the yin, the yang, the or yin yang. We're 3 of Wands. We're calling it in. Okay, action steps have been taken. She's at the 3 now. Okay, we had the 1, the Empress energy, right? In the highest position, taking the initiative. Based in inspiration, how are we inspired, right? Trusting in that inspiration, the intuitive nudge, right? And this, for me, this person in this particular deck, it's like she's pulling, it's like she's creating a little temple or a little lightning rod almost, like pulling the sun's energy down into her body based in her meditations, her intentions. She's going to create, and she's waiting. She's anticipating. She knows she's already taken some action steps and put things in motion, and now she's trusting, right? Like the Empress does. Understand, she trusts in divine timing. She trusts in her ability and her right to create, and that she now can anticipate the rewards for the action steps that she's taken, right? The Magician has manifested, has used all the tools, trusting in intuition, waiting, accepting, anticipating, and then manifesting, right? She's just so relaxed to me. She's just so, it's like, I want this. I've taken steps towards it. I'm just going to trust that it's going to come back to me. That's part of the flow. It's part of the dance, right? It's part of the dance. Okay. And actually, you know, I'm kind of manifesting the Empress myself right now. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I wanted to do this. I wasn't quite sure. It's almost like I'm feeling every day the actual energy of the cards that are coming up. Yesterday, I was so like, what? How come I have no words or thoughts, or they're all, it was like molasses. I did check my natal chart. I had some stuff going on there, but anyway, so I just, yes, are there days where I wish everything would hurry up and, you know, I'd have more viewers, or I'd be able to incorporate this more into other areas of my life? Yes, I do. But I also understand that I'm doing it because this is just pleasing to me, helps me to feel tangibly in contact with my higher self, and I enjoy teaching, I enjoy helping others. I'm just doing it because this is within me, right? And I trust that if and when more comes to me through my creative endeavors, then it will, right? Okay. Your sensual side. Okay. How can you honor your sensual side? How can we honor our sensual side? Empress. How can we honor our sensual side? Woo! Ten of Cups. Okay. Well, we got 10 of Cups, I'm sorry, is at the bottom of the deck. With 8 of Swords. Now here we have a depiction of a male and a female. They appear to be walking on thin ice. And the swords, the mental, the air energy, the mental energy, maybe even verbal, is, you know, like in a circle surrounding them, like a gate. And they appear to be walking in circles, going in circles. The 8 of Swords is about thoughts and beliefs that are completely changeable, but their thoughts and beliefs, their limiting thoughts and beliefs that make us feel stuck or disempowered, right? So how do we honor our sensual side? What is coming to me is it's really difficult to feel free to experience life as it shows up if we have certain belief systems about the things that are supposed to make us happy, or that are supposed to fill our cup. It's hard to be in the moment and honor and be grateful for, like the Empress, the things that she's experiencing, because there could be a lot of shoulds that override the experience. So let's say something benign. Let's say you love chocolate cake and you go to a birthday party and everyone, there's this big, amazing, decadent, multi-layered chocolate cake. I mean, it's like amazeballs, right? And it's not Betty Crocker. And everyone is just oohing and eyeing, and you're thinking to yourself, I can't, or maybe you take a slice and you are eating it, and the whole time you're telling yourself, I shouldn't be eating this because I'm going to get fat, or I shouldn't be eating this because someone will judge me for eating a sweet, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, how can you, this is so enjoyable. What if you want to, another thing. Well, you get the point. I don't want this, you know, we're already at 31, 18. I don't want this to go on too long. Okay. And then finally, our sexuality. So we just have to watch, basically, just go back and tidy up what I was just saying. I apologize. I'm always all over the place when I'm doing this. Just to tidy this up, you know, be present. You know, if your thoughts are overriding your experience, right, then catch those thoughts. Check those thoughts. Are they really true? I mean, really, you have 100 years to live on this life. Does it mean, like I said, I mean, there's the extreme version? No. But allowing yourself to be in the moment and present, and don't shit all over yourself when you're appreciating something. You know, breathe in the clean, hopefully you have clean air. Breathe in a beautiful scent of flower. Stop and smell the roses. Like, who cares if you're 5 minutes late? It's not the end of the world in the grand scheme of things, right? Okay. And how can you honor your sexuality? How can you honor your sexuality? Well, this is going to be another shooter, right? Okay. How can you honor your sexuality? Whoops. I don't know if this was right side up or... Okay. Another one might have flipped over. No. Someone might be looking at this as a reading. Interesting. I want to say, so we've got the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This one also showed up, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, with the Ace of Cups. Healing, forgiveness, unconditional love. My cup is full, and therefore it runneth over. So for me, this is about allowing yourself to be fully immersed in divine love, in the flow of life, of understanding that we have a right to walk towards the things that feel good, they feel emotionally restorative, loving, kind, compassionate, and sometimes, let me see what's underneath there. we do have a right to have satisfying sex lives where we are able to feel wholly connected and in union with another spirit, another soul. And sometimes it's not about feeling wholly connected to another soul. And I hope I'm not misrepresenting this, but this is what I'm getting. You know, sometimes, like, it's just sex and it feels good and I don't have to connect to your soul. However, there is an energy exchange. I'm not going to let that go. I'm also not. But I think we have to be able to forgive ourselves and others and understand that, you know, sexuality is a experience that exists on a continuum, and it doesn't have to be the highest and it doesn't have to be the lowest, you know, manifestation or experience of those things. And we have to be able to forgive ourselves for, you know, the lessons that we've learned through our expressions within relationship and sexuality and all that that can entail. So I feel like it's really just about loving above anything else, it's loving yourself. It's just loving yourself and your flow and being at peace with that. Okay. Two eights. We got an 8 of Swords here and an 8 of Cups here. Yeah, if you're feeling stuck or in remorse, I think, you know, it's time to forgive yourself or forgive the situation. And I love this understanding of forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go of the idea or the belief that a situation could have been anything other than what it was, right? When we know better, we do better. And things just are what they are. Okay, so we got 3 different cards there. We got Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. We got Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Indeedy. And we've got Scarab Beetle Spirit in the protection position. Magic works through you. Indeed it does. Wow, I can't wait to hear the messages. Okay. All right, Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter, 28. Frog Spirit knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating a total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then, the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering, as they often become messy. Frog Spirit appears to tell you to clean house, prioritize what you need, and get rid of or give away the rest. You can have some space in your day and in your head. Oh, so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let go. Whatever you need will appear when you need it. So release your grip on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. Frog Spirit wants you to reclaim your space unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could have beens. Let go and jump. You are free from all that old stuff. Wow, I just got chills. I can't wait to watch this playback because I know I said some of this stuff and wow, I'm overwhelmed right now. You know why? Because I really have been feeling awkward through this journey. And I keep telling myself it's part of the process. It's like, it's okay. And I have to trust. I keep having to be the fool. And getting this, after saying my prayers and, letting go, it's like, I feel that the awe, I think the Empress is also in awe many times of I'm creating, and I am in relationship with Spirit, and it's humbling sometimes. Okay, Spider Spirit, make your dreams come true, 56. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and Spirit will take 10 towards you, for the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider Spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with Spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project you may be considering: writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now if you are so inclined. Let yourself be open to abundance. I think we got that earlier, some of those messages as well. Okay, and 52, Scarab Beetle Spirit. In the protection message, do you doubt your unique inner magic? Are you afraid that you have no originality or that creative juices don't flow through you? Perhaps you mistakenly believe that you're not the creative manifesting type. Scare Beetle Spirit's message is that creativity is a living force that comes to all of us from Spirit, who wants every person on the planet to manifest magic and co-create the world anew. She should be much more visible here. You are as capable of resilience and innovation as anyone. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So draw inspiration into your being and begin to playfully create something new, and do it without any judgment. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the Creator, so let them flow through you. Let me read that last line. I feel like this is what I was trying to say. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the Creator. Yes, that's what I was trying to say before. Like I was saying, it's your right as a human expression of God's Spirit, the divine, as your legacy as an expression of the Creator, so let them flow through you. Wow. I hope that was enlightening, gave you something to think about, resonated for you, is helpful on your journey, wherever you are, and be well. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.